Open your book to page 263. Okay. This lesson is to learn how to solve equations with radicals. So again, this is a review from Algebra 1. So let's start with example 1. So you want to solve, you have 3x plus 4 square root of x equal to 20. So this is called a radical equation when you have variable inside the square root. Okay, so this is called a radical equation. To solve radical equation, you need to isolate that square root by itself, and then you square both sides. So that's the concept. Okay. So again, you want to undo the square root. You need to have this by itself, and you square both sides to undo the square root. Okay. So first, that's minus 3x on both sides. So you're going to get 4 square root of x equal to negative 3x plus 20. And so now you have the square root term by itself. So you want to go and square both sides. So square both sides. So you're going to get 16. Right? 4 squared is 16. And this will give you x equal to, now when you square these, right, you need to know how to do your trinomial square, the perfect square. So you square this, you get 9. You square that, you get x squared. You square that, you get plus. You square that, you get 400. Okay, then you don't. A lot of people forget about the middle term. Make sure you remember your middle term. Your middle term, you just multiply all this together. So negative 3 times 2 times 20 will give you negative 120, and variable will be x. Right. So again, 2 times 20 is 40. 40 times negative 3x give you negative 120x. And your next step is, since it's a square, so it's quadratic, so you have to make equal to 0 so you can do the factoring. So minus 16x minus 16x. So you got 0 equal to 9x squared minus 136x plus 400. Then from here, you need to go ahead and... what did I do?
400.
Oh, 400. Thanks. Okay, so you have this equation. So now you have to go and solve this. Again, from your Algebra 1, you learn different methods, right? You can use quadratic formula, or you can use the factoring. Okay. The number is kind of big, so if you use factoring, it's going to be quite a long time. Okay, but okay, let's try use, in case refresh your memory a little bit, how to factor a large number. So this one is going to be 3600, right? So as you can see, it's going to be huge, right? So what you want to do is you start with negative 1, negative 3600. The reason you want to do this is to make sure you don't miss anything, right? Negative 2, negative 1800, negative 3, negative 1200, okay? Negative 4. Now, another reason you want to list this is so that it becomes very quick. Notice that this is twice as much as that, right? So this will be half of that. So it will be 900. Okay? Negative 5. So negative 720. Okay? Again, when you use 6, right? Use a 3. So it will be negative 600. So actually, you can get it pretty quick. Okay? 7. No. Negative 8. You can use that. So negative 450. Right? Negative 9. So use a 3. This is 3 times as much as that. So this would be 1/3. Or you can do it directly from here. That's fine too. Okay. So when you do it this way, actually it may not take that long. Okay. Negative 10, negative 360, negative 11, negative 12. So negative 300. Right. 13, 14, 15. Okay. Or you can use your calculator, right? Okay, it's getting close, right? Okay, negative 16, so it'd be negative 225. Okay, 18, 19, 18, so use that, so negative 200. Okay, 19, negative 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 25. 26, 27, 20, 27, no, 28, 29, 30. Try negative 30. Okay, so we're at 150. We're getting pretty close. Okay, and you keep going. Let's go down to negative 45.
It's 36.
36. Okay, try 36. 36, negative 100. There you go. Okay. So again, you can see that master product may not always be the best, right? So sometimes that's why you need to know different methods. Like you can do it complete a square, or you can do it by quadratic formula. Okay. So you're going to get x, 9x. So this would be the inside. So it would be minus 4, right? Okay, that's how you get that. And this would be the outside. So it would be minus 100. So you're going to get x equal to 4, x equal to 100 over 9. Okay. Now, because you square both sides, a lot of time you end up getting the extra answers. So you need to check both answers. So you have to put this back in the original equation, see if it works. Okay. So 3 times 4 plus 4 times square root of 4 equal to 20. So you got 12 plus 8 equal to 20. It checks out, so this is good. Okay, you have to check this one. So you got 3 times 100 over 9 plus 4 times square root of 100 over 9 equal to 20. So you get 100 over 3 plus 4 times 10 over 3 equal to 20. So you got 100 over 3 plus 40 over 3 equal to 20. So it doesn't work, right? Because 20 is equal to 60 over, so this one it does not work. So not good. Okay, so you got to check. So again, so that's how you do the square root equation, right? Radical equations. So it's a little bit messy, okay? Okay. Now when you go to example 2, now it's getting even more messy. Now you got 2 square roots. 2x plus 5 equal to 2 times 2x plus 1. So now you have 2 square roots. So that means you have to repeat the process twice. So you're going to undo 1 square root at a time. Okay. Now normally to make things a little bit easier, you want to undo the most complicated square root first. So in this case, this is more complicated than this, right? So you want to make this one by itself. Okay. So you want to make this one by itself. And so that way you can undo this one first. Okay, but I'm going to leave the original alone because I need to save that to do my checking. Okay, so I don't want to mess with it, because if you mess with it and you're going to lose track of what's your original, and so when you check your answer you might get messed up. Okay, so that's going to square both sides. So square and square root cancel out. So I get 2x plus 5. So now you have to be careful how you square this, right? So again, you square this, you get 4. You square this, you get 2x. You square that, you get plus. You square this, you get 1. And the middle term is multiply all this together. So it be plus. 2 times 1 is 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 2x. Okay? So don't forget your middle term. So again, now you have to repeat the process again, right? You want to isolate your square root. Again, the key concept is this. Get the square root by itself, and then you square both sides to undo the square root. And you just repeat it over and over until all the square roots are gone. Okay? So notice, again, we have a square root by itself, then we square both sides to undo this square root, right? So now this is gone. So now you only have this one left. So again, you're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to minus the ax, minus the ax, minus the 1, minus the 1. Okay? So I get negative 6x plus 4 equal to 4 square root of 2x. Okay, so again, now notice all these are divisible by 2, so I'm going to lower the number as much as I can. Okay, so divide everything by 2. So divide everything by 2 to lower as much as I can. So I get negative 3x plus 2 equal to 2 square root of 2x. Okay, so I'm going to square both sides again to undo my square root, right? So again, you have to be careful how you do the squares, right? So you square that, you get 9. Square that, you get x squared. and square that, you get plus, square that, you get 4. The middle term, you multiply all this together, so you get negative, right? Sign is negative, and number would be 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12x, okay? So just multiply this times that, okay? Now over here, you square that, you get 4. You square that, you get 2x, okay? So do it step by step, and then you go and simplify. So I'm going to multiply, I'm going to minus ax on both sides. So I got 9x squared minus 20x plus 4 equal to 0. So this one is not too bad. So let's go and do the master product. Okay, and so that's it, right? So you're going to get x, 9x, right? So this would be the inside. So you need to get minus 2, right? 9 times minus 2 give you minus 18. Outside, so it would be minus 2. So you're going to get x equal to 2, x equal to 2 over 9. Okay, and let's go and check the answers. So here's your original. So square root of 2 times 2 plus 5 equal to 2 square root of 2 times 2 plus 1. So this will be square root of 9 equal to 2 square root of 4 plus 1. So 3 equal to 4 plus 1. So this one is no good. So 2 is no good. So let's go. Now you have to check all of them, because sometimes all the answers are good, sometimes one is good, one is bad, sometimes all of them are bad. So you have to check all of them. Now if all the answers are bad, then the answer would be no solution. Okay? Okay, so let's check the other one. 2 times 2 over 9 plus 5 equal to 2 square root of 2 times 2 over 9 plus 1. Okay, so this will give me 4 over 9 plus, I'm going to make it into common denominator. Okay, and this will give me square root of 4 over 9. Right? Okay, so this will give me 49 over 9 equal to 2 times 2 over 3 plus 1. So this will give me 7 over 3 equal to 4 over 3 plus 1, and this one checks. Okay, so this one is good. Okay. Okay, now let's go to number 18 on page 265. Now you have to know the difference between the A and the B. So A, you got 2x equal to 5 square root of x minus 2. And B, you have 2x equal to x square root of 5 minus 2. Notice that very similar, right? Now, this is a radical equation. This is the one we just did, right? Again, when the variable is inside the square root, you need to isolate itself so you can square both sides to simplify. Okay, so plus 2 on both sides. So you got 2x plus 2 equal to 5 square root of x. Then you square both sides. Okay, so you're going to get 4x squared, right? Square, square, square. And the middle term would be plus ax. Equal to, you square that, you get 25. You square that, you get x. Okay, and then let's go and minus 25x. Minus 25x. So you got 4x squared minus 17x plus 4 equal to 0. Use your master product. So negative 1, negative 16. So you're going to get x, 4x, right? Again, master product, very straightforward. So minus 4, minus 1. So x equal to 4, x equal to 1 over 4. And then you have to check your answers. You put back here. We're not going to spend time to do that, but put back in original, check, and both are good. Okay? Now over here, now don't do things blindly. Now remember, now this is not a radical equation. This is a regular algebraic equation. So that means you need to get all the x together. So minus x square root of 5 minus x square root of 5 on both sides. So you got 2x minus x square root of 5 equal to negative 2. You have to get all the variable to one side. Then you have to factor out the x. Then you have to divide by the parentheses. So x equal to -2 over 2 minus square root of 5. Okay, so you can notice the difference between the two kinds. So if the variable is inside the square root, then to undo the square root, you need to get it by itself and you square both sides. On this side, the x is not in the square root, so you don't try to square it. Okay, so what you want to do is get all the x on one side, factor it out, and divide by all the things inside the parentheses. Then you have to simplify these. What I'm going to do is there's too many negatives. I'm going to multiply both the top and bottom by -1. Okay, so that I get 2 over, right, negative times -1 is negative. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using the negative to switch the subtractions. I end up with that. Okay, so again, this will give me -2, and this will give me positive square root of 5. Okay, then again, we just learned this from previous lesson, right? To simplify that, you have to multiply by conjugate, right? Okay, so x will equal to, so when you multiply by conjugate, you get 5 minus 4, and this will give you 1, right? So you can go and multiply. So you get 2 square root of 5 plus 4, and this will give you 1. So answer will be 2 square root of 5 plus 4. Okay, and that's it. So again, very different kinds of problem. Okay, they look very similar, but they are very different. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some practice.